Did Steve Harvey make Lori Harvey date Diddy? What's up with that?
Of course. Like, why is not nobody looking at Steve Harvey sideways, G? You let your daughter date the diddler? Lori Harvey. Steve Harvey's daughter. It was all known that she was spotted in them streets with Justin, and then she was spotted in them streets with Diddy, and they all tried to sit there and pretend like that wasn't what it was. Like, I don't know if anybody has not noticed, but ever since Diddy got pinched, they've all been trying to pretend like all of the stuff that we've seen that happened, that they was all involved and didn't happen. And it's kind of weird. Like, the whole relationship with Justin looks weird. He looks like Mini-Me with Dr. Evil. It's a very, very, very weird relationship. And what kind of man puts his hands on his mother? The same kind of man that parties with his mom. The same kind of man who kisses his mom.
Jaguar Wright has resurfaced to wreak havoc. This time, she is dragging Lori Harvey for her legendary moves within the industry circle. This drama erupted after Damson Idris reportedly dumped her and immediately pivoted to a fresh face. Honestly, it is getting hard to tell if Lori is the player or if these men are just passing her around. Either way, this messy cycle had to end months ago. Word on the curb says Damson ghosted her for another woman once he realized Lori was just being herself. Look, dating around while young is normal. But Lori has turned her romantic life into a disaster zone with zero Hollywood credibility left. For those living under a rock, the chaos ignited when Paps spotted Damson with a stunner who was clearly not Lori Harvey. That mystery woman is allegedly Avari Lax. While those snapshots do not confirm a full-blown romance, my deep dive into the situation tells a very different story. It looks like the rumors regarding Damson's new flame might actually carry some weight. According to the messy blogger Everybody Hates Chrissy, her informants confirmed that Damson ditching Lori for this model is basically a done deal. Judging by those leaked photos, they look way too intimate to just be professional colleagues.
Asked my inside sources, they informed me like, no, this was most likely probably an actual date, and they were probably caught by regular paparazzi. You're out, you're about, you got on your date heels, it's just them, they're laughing, they're smiling, and they look to be, a bit cozy, engaged with each other. Now, my sources also informed me, I'm going to say allegedly, but they informed me formally that Lori and Damson were through, that they had broken up. And I'm like, wow, everybody had been talking about Lori Harvey ever since Michael B. Jordan won his Oscar. They've been like, dang, she fumbled, or just making comments about it. But recently, as of March, I do believe, early March, Damson and Lori Harvey were spotted out together making out. Now, they were spotted together March 7th on the balcony kissing, and everybody was like, I don't buy it. There's no way that it's real, that you're just tonguing each other down in an open window like a movie scene. They were alleging that it was staged. In a kissing, a private moment with your lover like that, I don't see why you'd want the window open, so it might be.
The Jaguar was spitting facts regarding the Michael B. Jordan situation. Think back to when Michael B. Jordan supposedly grabbed his trophy. The internet exploded with claims that she tried crawling back into his DMs to celebrate, only for him to leave her unread. Even though a troll account started that fire, people are starting to believe there was smoke there all along. Just look at the timeline for a minute. Right before that trophy drama, Lori Harvey and Damson Idris had just reunited after a brief split. They were flaunting their romance everywhere for the cameras. Then, suddenly, Michael is the man of the hour. Next thing you know, rumors swirl that she is trying to spin the block on him. Now, she and Damson are officially history. I have no idea what is happening in Steve Harvey's mansion, but if Jaguar is right, Lori is just a pawn in a much darker game. This trail leads directly back to the puppet master, Marjorie Harvey. If you study Marjorie's past, you know she is the ultimate hustler who traded rings for a life of luxury. She has been down the aisle 3 times, twice with different kingpins before landing on Steve. Her origin story with Steve is pure chaos. Allegedly, she originally curved Steve because his bank account was looking pathetic. But once he got famous, she swooped back in, snatched Steve from his actual wife, Mary Shackelford, and manipulated him into a divorce and a brutal gag order. Rumor has it, Marjorie is now training Lori.
When I think about how quickly he moved forward from me to Marjorie, that was disturbing. He took my Winton from me. He turned my son against me, had me evicted from our house, thrown out. All the businesses, all the money, the cars. At a moment when I was down and devastated, he maneuvered everything. He maneuvered He manipulated the courts, everything against.
Basically, her only path to the top is securing a bag by marrying a mogul. But it seems Lori Harvey has run out of moves because her industry track record is so long that high-value men are checking out. That is exactly why she is suddenly weaponizing her lawyers and threatening to sue everyone in sight. Of course, Lori saw the viral chatter and finally reached her breaking point. For once, she actually decided to fire back. Her message was loud and clear. If you enjoyed making up fanfiction for clicks, get ready because she is going to enjoy taking you to court. But here is the tea. Lori is not just triggered by the latest Damson Idris fallout. She is fuming because for years, the public has attached her name to every man in the business, including guys she has never even met. Take 2019, for example, when the streets were convinced she was deeply involved with Sean Diddy Combs. Even though neither side ever went public, the world still believes she had a secret situation with Sean Diddy Combs. It got even more scandalous when rumors claimed Lori was simultaneously messing with his son, Justin Combs. Again, there was zero evidence, but the internet took that narrative and sprinted with it. Lori eventually addressed the madness, calling it hilarious because she is so low-key. She explained that people invent entire relationships for her with strangers she has never encountered. She flatly denied dating a father and son and even shut down whispers about her being a lesbian. Most people actually bought her story until Jaguar Wright crashed the party and claimed Steve Harvey allegedly pimped her out to Sean Diddy Combs.
Steve Harvey make Lori Harvey date Diddy. What's up with that?
Of course. And allegedly, Mary Harvey has said so. Steve Harvey also has a very inappropriate relationship with the diddler. And the truth is, a lot of these older men push their daughters to hook up with their celebrity friends so that they can keep the favor machine going. I just don't know with the way Diddy rock, like, how do you share with your daughter, you know? Like, they share that experience now? Well, what'd he do to you, baby? Like, what? Who introduced their daughter to that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Even if it is your stepdaughter. Like, that's nobody's thinking about that. First, his fake son would Wolf tried her out. Made sure she was partyable. I guess he gave her that special pair of shoes. And then he turned her over to the diddler. Like, why is not nobody looking at Steve Harvey sideways, G? You let your daughter date the diddler?
Many fans were primed to believe the drama due to Lori Harvey and her legendary habit of cycling through the industry's finest. Back then, we assumed she was just having a hot girl summer, but now the world suspects a much deeper, darker agenda behind her dating choices. In 2016, she was linked to Dutch star Memphis Depay, even flashing an engagement ring before the relationship abruptly went up in flames. Lori eventually confessed in a 2022 Bumble sit-down that she nearly walked down the aisle way too early. She claimed she was lost, didn't know her own preferences, and simply hadn't lived enough life to be a wife. Immediately following that disaster, she allegedly tumbled into another chaotic situation with Trey Songz. Rumors of a wedding actually resurfaced after Meek Mill exposed that Trey Songz begged him to scrub a specific line from the hit song Going Bad because it mentioned Lori Harvey. I'm talking about that wishlist lyric that had everyone talking. But the mess didn't stop there. She eventually moved on to the toxic king Future, who reportedly dropped a fortune on designer gifts to keep her happy. However, the second they split, Future turned into her biggest hater. He famously started taking shots at her the moment news leaked that she was officially seeing Michael B. Jordan. He even threw major shade on the track Magic City, basically telling Steve Harvey that he was officially done with her. He told Steve Harvey straight up that he was done with her. A leaked, extended version of that verse surfaced just as the world found out about her and Michael B. Jordan, and it made the radio version look like a lullaby. In those bars, he claimed she begged him to stay and bragged about the ice he put on her before she had to move on to the next guy. Then we have Michael B. Jordan, who was reportedly ready to settle down, but Lori allegedly ditched him because she wasn't done playing the field. Now, the cycle continues with Damson Idris, whom she reportedly dumped for being too nice of a guy. Predictably, the internet is having a field day, with fans questioning how Steve Harvey could ever be okay with Lori being linked to Sean Diddy Combs. Some believe he was just playing it cool for the cameras while secretly fuming, because no self-respecting father would ever sign off on that mess. But I need to hear from you guys. What is your take on Lori's endless roster of industry men? Do you actually believe there was some shady deal between Steve and Sean Diddy Combs behind the scenes? Drop your wildest theories in the comments and make sure to tap right here to catch our next deep dive into this Hollywood chaos.